Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Jess. So Bitcoin's recovery has been insane in the last 48 hours. We rallied all the way up to $110,000 since crashing down to 105 on Wednesday. In today's video, we're going to dive into the charts and talk about the upcoming weekly candle close and just how bullish this recent rally could be, including everything on these short time frame charts for sustaining the continued bullish price action and where the next targets could be. As always, before we jump in, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to get regular Bitcoin analysis every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and sign up to my free Telegram for more regular Bitcoin updates. If you're a trader and you're interested in joining my VIP trading channel, be sure to message me down below on Telegram. VIP gives you exclusive access to my personal trading setups with exact entry points, targets, and stop losses. Alrighty guys, so jumping right into the charts, let's quickly tap on the recent price action before we jump into our analysis for the upcoming weekly candle close and the short time frame. So in our last video, we spoke about the short time frame structural breakdown that had happened here on Bitcoin. We had a little bit of an ascending channel structure over here, which the breakdown then caused the price action to move all the way down to $105,000, tapping this level of support right here at the sort of liquidity zone, this sort of prior consolidation range, as well as the 200 EMA. And we talked about how support is support until it's not. And at this level of support is when Bitcoin saw a massive reversal. So bouncing on that level there, we pushed right back up past this level of resistance once again in the 50 EMA, so invalidating that breakdown, and we shot all the way up to $108,000, pushing past this massive level of resistance to this sort of double rejection point. We can see it acting as a change of character level right here in last June, and we pushed up to this next level mapped out here on this chart at $110,000 to $110.7 thousand. Now that is the level of resistance that Bitcoin is currently retesting as we speak. So it is a massive moment actually in terms of the upcoming weekly candle close, and what happens next on the short time frame price action could be very bullish ahead. So let's dive into the charts and talk about all of that. So with the recent rally up to $110,000, what Bitcoin did here that's particularly of importance for the high time frame charts is the breakthrough here of $108.5 to $108,000, this blue box of resistance that we mapped out over here. And the reason for that is if we go over onto the weekly time frame, we can see that currently the weekly candle close is engulfing or surpassing the most recent weekly high or weekly candle close high, which is mapped out by this blue line here. We sort of tapped that in May, and that takes us on the price level to around $108.9 thousand. So in the next 3 days, it's Friday right now, and the weekly candle close happens for those of us in Australia on Monday morning at 10 a.m. In the next 3-day period, if this candle closes above this blue line, it could be a very bullish close, particularly considering that we had quite a volatile week as well, where Bitcoin crashed all the way down to retest 105,000, sort of this almost retesting this prior level of macro support over here at $104,000, right? So the fact that we wicked down to retest all of that support and we had an exceptionally bullish weekly candle close engulfing the prior weekly high would be a very bullish sign. And essentially establishing this level here as the next level of macro support moving forward, we could then expect continued high time frame bullish price action from Bitcoin. Now that being said, 3 days is still a long time away, and there is a lot that can happen in the price action before that candle close actually happens. So let's dive into the short time frame and talk about what we need to see on these shorter time frame charts to sustain this rally, where we could go next, and otherwise what's going to signal for a potential crash reversal from that $110,000 level of resistance. Now before we get into any more analysis, guys, let's really quickly touch on one of the most important parts of being a successful trader, and that's managing your trading fees. So BTC has partnered with me to help you guys out and give you 15% off all of your trading fees. So if you'd like to support the channel and you're still really looking for a great non-KYC exchange with lots of listings, high liquidity and security, BTC is definitely a great one to check out. And as a thank you for signing up under my affiliate code, you can get 10% off your VIP membership if you message me your affiliate code or your membership number when you check out your VIP membership. Thanks. Let's get back into the charts. So jumping into the short time frame charts, we're back on the 4-hour chart. Naturally, one of the most important things that we're looking out for in this next short time frame segment of price action is for Bitcoin to sustain above this level of resistance, or resistance flip to support at $108.5 to $108.8 thousand. Now we can see, if we zoom in, I'm assuming on the hourly chart or even the 30-minute chart, we are starting to see a little bit of weakness, right? We've got these multiple highs here on the price action, and we've got a couple instances of bearish divergence here on the charts, and we've also got this sort of a little bit of absorption happening here too, right? These are two lower lows right here on the RSI, higher highs here on the price action. And so essentially what we want to see is this uptrend that's been developed on the short time frame price action. While the RSI continues to drop, we want to see the short time frame uptrend developed in this segment here continue to hold. So that'll essentially tell us that despite the fact that momentum is dropping, the buyers are sustaining above this sort of level of support and the, I guess, trend that has been created here. And that'll essentially negate the bearish divergence that we are experiencing down here on the RSI. And eventually that should lead to a flip in momentum here, where RSI will bottom out and we'll see a reversal signaling a bullish continuation and potentially a breakthrough of resistance at $110,000, right? So on the short time frame here in the hourly chart, that is what's going to signal the breakthrough of this level of resistance. Now, of course, we always have the flip side scenario. So while this bearish divergence exists, while RSI travels below this downtrend over here, there is a potential that the absorption will exhaust and the buyers will exhaust. So the support will break down and we'll lose our short time frame uptrend, and pushing below the 50 EMA here on the hourly chart, as well as this horizontal level that we flipped here on the hourly chart, right, of support, what should be support. We will likely see a short time frame correction for Bitcoin down to the 200 EMA, where we also have confluence with this little VRPV peak as well, right? So a high amount of volume and a potential for a reversal back upwards, or another chop back upwards. So now that we've mapped out all the trigger levels here on the short time frame, that's either going to signal for a bullish continuation, right, being either a breakout of our RSI downtrend and a push above $110,000 and continued bullish absorption of the increasing selling pressure here, or a breakdown, right, taking us past the 50 EMA, below our uptrend, and to the 200 EMA. Let's talk about targets and bullish targets. And so if we head over to the daily time frame, that is really, really simple and really mapped out quite easily here. We can see once again we have confirmation of $108,000 here being a really crucial level. That first change of character over here that pushed Bitcoin up to 110,000, hence the green dotted trend line. And $110,000 here is really the final level of support, the final barrier between Bitcoin and retesting the all-time high at $112,000 and potentially re-entering price discovery. We can also see here on the daily chart, things are actually starting to look quite bullish once again for Bitcoin after the correction down to 105 on Wednesday. The RSI has retained bullish price action. What we're looking for now is a push above this prior high here in that downtrend at 63.7. And we've also had equal breakouts on total and total 3 as well. So total 3 is broken out of the RSI downtrend, currently retesting the price action downtrend and about to sort of test and potentially enter this next liquidity zone starting from 872 to 950 billion. And on total as well, we have also broken out from our RSI downtrend and again are retesting that resistance and potentially entering this liquidity zone on the daily chart too. So things are actually starting to flip bullish for the entirety of the crypto market, which was one of the red flags we had last time. When we broke out over here, things weren't looking all that great for everything else. So that's changed now and increases the probability of seeing continued bullish price action. But before we get carried away, what we really need to talk about in terms of retesting and potentially breaking through this new all-time high over here at 112,000 is what's going on the weekly chart as well. So I know our upcoming weekly candle close is super, super important. But what we also want to see, besides the retaining movement above 108,000 over here and this prior weekly high, is also a breakout of our current downtrend. So the last 3 highs that Bitcoin has created in this current cycle, or this bull market cycle that we've seen, we've had 74,000, this high over here. Let me just pull the RSI down a bit. This high over here, we had 110,000, this high over here, a lower high despite high highs on the price action, and then we had $112,000, another lower high here on the RSI. So what we want to see, if Bitcoin does manage to close above $108,000 here on the weekly time frame, and we are able to sustain bullish price action past $112,000 on the short time frame and re-enter price discovery, is for this RSI downtrend to finally break, right? We want to see that the decreasing momentum we've experienced throughout the last 3 high highs here in terms of, the bull run and creating that really bullish price action is actually coming with increasing buying pressure and momentum as well. Otherwise, we risk seeing another short time frame unsustainable rally and sort of aggressive crash back downwards, or high time frame period of consolidation following those rallies. Alrighty guys, that is all the analysis that I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. If you enjoyed the video or you learned something, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to get regular Bitcoin analysis every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And sign up to my free Telegram for more regular Bitcoin updates. If you're interested in joining my VIP trading channel, be sure to message me down below on Telegram to get exclusive access to my personal trading setups. And if you want 15% off your trading fees, you can create your account using my affiliate link. Hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!